So, you're looking for the perfect spot to live in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania Metro? Well, let me tell you, there are several factors you need to consider. Quite frankly, no matter where you're planning to pick up and move off to, whether it's here in Philadelphia or some other locale, there are some first steps to consider before you even go out house hunting or scroll through the most popular porn site for adults over 30, Zillow. The quest for finding the perfect spot in the city of brotherly love is like trying to find a parking spot at an Eagles football tailgate party. But if you decide to work with me and my team of relocation specialists, I promise to make it as smooth as possible. Let me let you in on a little secret. Some agents will rush you out to look at homes, hoping to rush their own ass to a quick settlement. As a realtor, we only get paid on a closing. So if you encounter a realtor who's willing to rush you out to see homes, you're in for a world of regret and possibly a house and neighborhood that you're going to hate. So if you're thinking about moving, take time to do it right and stick around till the end for the best advice of all. Now let's get down to where I should move when living in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, how to find the perfect spot. Number one, determine your budget. Unless you're ultra wealthy, your number one consideration when planning any move should be the cost of everyday living expenses. Different neighborhoods have varying costs of living and housing prices. And Philadelphia is a city of contrasts, where housing prices can vary as much as the number of toppings on a pizza. Some neighborhoods might cost you an arm and a leg, while others are more budget friendly, allowing you to keep your limbs intact for high-fiving strangers and all the Philly sporting events. Now remember, budgeting is all about making choices. Would you rather have a spacious condo with an indoor parking garage further from downtown, or a smaller place with incredible views of the Delaware River and the city skyline? It's important to find a neighborhood that suits your budget while also still meeting your needs and wants. If we decide to work together, we'll help you find that perfect neighborhood for your wallet and your wants and needs. Oh, by the way, I want your feedback about my videos. I might not give a shit what you have to say, but I still appreciate your perspective. My name is Dawn D'Amico. I'm a licensed realtor in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I've lived in the Philly Metro all my life, and this video could be hours long if you wanted all the dirt on living in the Philly Metro. So if you're considering a move and you want more content like this to help you decide if this place is right for you, you might want to like, comment, subscribe, and share, but hey, that's your choice. Ask me your questions about living in the Philadelphia metro area, including New Jersey. If you are making a move into or out of the area, let's connect and see if working together makes sense. And if not, I've got lots of great agents all over the world they can connect you with, and I'll find the agent that'll suit your needs. My contact details are below. Next up, number two, determine your priorities. Ask yourself, do you want a neighborhood with a vibrant nightlife that is going to keep you up grooving till the wee hours of the morning? Or maybe you need to find the perfect neighborhood where your kids can grow up in a sitcom-like environment where neighbors are always borrowing cups of sugar and sharing recipes. Or maybe you're at work often and you want to minimize the time you spend commuting. A spot closer to work means you can hit the snooze button one more time and still make it to the office. Do you need a serene, tranquil oasis away from the hustle and bustle of the city? We'll find you the perfect, quiet residential area where the sounds of chirping birds is all you'll hear. So whether it's nightlife, parks, family vibes, work convenience, or serenity, you'll see Philly's got a neighborhood to suit every lifestyle. So ask yourself and your family, what do you value most in a neighborhood? Whatever is most important to you, we will assess your priorities and find you and your family the perfect spot in the Philly Metro. Together, we're going to look at your priorities and use them as a compass that will guide us to your own personal paradise. Number three, evaluate amenities and services. When thinking about the perfect spot, you've got to consider what other things are important to you to have close by, like grocery stores, restaurants, parks, fitness centers, and cultural attractions. This is essential to picking the perfect spot to move to in the Philly Metro. So if your cooking skills begin and end with boiling water, then maybe you'll want to be close to restaurants and takeout food shops. If you've got a huge family to feed, maybe lots of grocery store options are important to you. Do you love sweating it out at the gym where you can feel the shared torture of a workout? Well, we've got a place with plenty of gyms nearby. Maybe you're a bird-watching nature lover who needs to be downtown for work. We've got you covered. You'll want to drill down on where else you're going to be spending time so that you can have the perfect spot close to all those amenities. And when we decide to work together to find your next perfect spot, we'll make sure to choose a neighborhood that meets your needs and desires. Number 4, consider your commute and transportation. When you're thinking about the perfect spot to live in the Philly metro, where you need to go on a regular basis is going to be an important thing to consider. If you'll be commuting to work, school, or driving your overachieving children to all kinds of activities, you'll need to factor in the proximity of these other places to your desired neighborhood. Also, take into consideration the availability of public transportation, parking availability, traffic patterns, and rush hours. So if you hate playing the guessing game of when will I get there, will some jerk-off driver cause an accident, don't worry. Public transportation is here to save the day, or at least attempt to. Just be prepared for a magical mystery tour, and remember, it's not just a commute, it's an adventure. So when considering a perfect spot in the Philly metro, take a moment to ponder the question: do I want to spend my precious time in traffic and embark on an epic quest for parking? Or do I want to get up close and personal with a stranger on the bus or train? Luckily in the Philly metro, the choice is yours because we've got options. Next up, number 5, safety considerations. Unless you're Chuck Norris, you might want to look into the crime rates and safety statistics for the spots in the Philly metro that you're interested in. Philadelphia, like any major city, has areas with higher crime rates, so it's crucial to prioritize safety when choosing a place to live. This is especially important if you have a family to protect. Remember, it's all about finding that perfect balance between safety and liveliness. You don't want to live in a neighborhood that's so safe, tumbleweeds are rolling across the lawn, but you also don't want to feel like you're auditioning for an episode of Cops every time you step out the door either. So just make sure to do your research on crime rates and safety statistics, but take it with a grain of salt. After all, statistics can be deceiving. Just because a neighborhood has a higher crime rate doesn't mean you're going to be chased by criminals 24/7. Besides, it might just mean they have a very dedicated neighborhood watch and a network of Ring cameras. In the end, you have to trust your instincts. You never know, your future neighbors might just be overprotective and ready to keep the area safe from any mischief. Number 6, use online resources. Luckily, these days we have a plethora of websites and platforms to provide us with information about neighborhoods in the Philly metro, like Niche, City Data, and Neighborhood Scout. These sites provide ratings on crimes, schools, amenities, and even give you real residents' reviews. It's like having Cheese Whiz-filled crystal ball that reveals the little gems and quirks of every neighborhood in Philly with details juicier than a Philly cheesesteak. But remember, take online reviews with a grain of salt. Beware the pitfalls of online research. Sometimes these pictures don't quite capture the essence of a neighborhood, and the resident reviews are someone else's opinion. Embrace the online journey, but don't forget to step away from the screen and venture into the real world and experience the city's flavors firsthand. Number 7, seek local insights. I know I just told you not to trust other people's opinions, but you should join online forums and talk with locals and ask different people their opinions about a neighborhood and an area that you might have your eye on. Because even though I've lived in this region for half a century, you want to get perspectives from more than one source to gain firsthand knowledge about different neighborhoods. These days, we can easily connect with the locals through online forums, social media groups, and visit Philadelphia-related subreddits and ask for recommendations. And you'll be sure to spark up some witty conversations, maybe even meet a future neighbor. Next up, number 8, research your neighborhoods. So, once you've set your budget and determined your priorities, thought about amenities and services you need, and you've considered the type of commute you'll tolerate, you've thought about safety, you've scoured the online resources, and you've talked to some locals, finally, time to consider the different types of neighborhood options. The city of Philadelphia and its sprawling suburbs have countless neighborhood options, each with its own character and amenities. Downtown Center City is the bustling heart of Philadelphia. Here, you'll find towering skyscrapers and enough hustle and bustle to make New Yorkers feel at home. Fanning out from downtown, you'll find neighborhoods within the city limits, but with more space in between. Maybe a driveway, maybe even a personal garage for your vehicle, and some sections of the outskirts of the city even have single-family homes with yards that almost feel like the suburbs. And if it is a suburban subdivision with so much lawn it'll take you half a case of Miller time to ride your mower around, well, we've got that too. Next up, number 9, get out there and visit the neighborhoods. Yes, it's still too early for you to start looking at individual houses. Once you've narrowed down your options, visit the neighborhoods in person. This is going to give you a better sense of the atmosphere, the amenities, and the overall vibes of the area. It's time to hit the streets and experience the neighborhood firsthand. Getting out and exploring the various types of neighborhoods to find the ones that align with your preferences is the best way to see things through your own eyes. As you stroll through the neighborhoods, you'll see the neighbors engaging in passionate debates about whether the Eagles are better than the Phillies or if Gritty should run for mayor. And finally, trust your gut feeling. If a neighborhood makes you feel as warm and fuzzy as biting into the perfectly gooey cheesesteak, then you might have found your utopia. Next up, number 10, seek professional advice. Yes, moving is stressful, and I'm not talking about finding a therapist. All you need to do when you're ready for professional advice is to dial Dawn. That's me, and my details are below. Me and my team of relocation specialists will help you gain insight you need to find the perfect spot for you and your family right here in the Philly Metro. Despite my smart-ass sense of humor, I absolutely love hearing from people like you and helping you find the right place for you right here in Philadelphia. I'm Dawn D'Amico. I'm a licensed realtor in Pennsylvania and New Jersey, and if you're looking to buy or sell in a different state, that sucks for you. But I can still answer your burning real estate questions and refer you to a great agent in your market. So if you have decided that your heart is set on living in the Philly Metro, reach out to me. Details are below. I love hearing from people who want to live in one of the best metros in the country, and I'll see you in the next video.